Hello there, my name's John. I'm a storyteller, and this is the Big Bad Wolf's Tale. The day came when Mama Pig decided her three boys were old enough to make their own ways in the world. With a tear in her eye, Mama Pig waved bye-bye. But before they left, she warned her boys, whatever you do, don't talk to strangers. And off they went. The eldest built a house of straw. The second child, a house of sticks. And the third child, out of, you guessed it, brick. And for a time, they were happy. Well, I say for a time because into the district there came the big bad wolf. Wolf had learned that three pigs had made their homes nearby, and there is nothing a wolf likes more than little pig for breakfast, lunch, and tea. The wolf went to the house of straw and knocked on the door. Boom, boom, boom. Can you knock on the door with me? You ready? After three. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. He said to the pigs inside, little pig, let me come in. But the pig in the house said, not by the hair on my chinny chin. What did the pig say? Can you say it with me, with the action? You ready? He said, not by the hair on my chinny chin. So the wolf said, well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. Stand up on the spot where you are. Show me your wolfy ears, your wolfy eyes, and your wolfy paws. You ready? So the wolf huffed, and the wolf puffed, and the wolf blew the house of straw down. The little pig was very frightened and ran as quickly as he could to see his brother in the house of sticks. On went the wolf to the house of sticks and knocked on the door. Everybody, boom, boom, boom. He said to the pigs inside, little pig, let me come in. But the pigs in the house said, oh, not by the hairs on our chinny chins. What did they say? Can you say it with me, with the action? You ready? They said, not by the hairs on our chinny chins. So the wolf said, no, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. You ready? Stand up on the spot where you are. Show me your wolfy ears. Show me your wolfy eyes and your long wolfy paws. Here goes. So the wolf huffed and the wolf puffed. And the wolf blew the house of sticks down. The pigs in the house were very frightened and ran as fast as they could to see their younger brother in a house of brick. Finally, the wolf came to the house of bricks and knocked on the door. Are you ready to knock on the door with me? Boom, boom, boom. He said to the pigs, little pigs, let me come in. But the pigs in the house said, oh, not by the hairs on our chinny chins. What did they say? Can you say it with me, with the action? You ready? Not by the hairs on our chinny chins. So the wolf said, well, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. You ready, everyone? Show me your wolfy ears, your wolfy eyes, and your long wolfy paws. So the wolf huffed, and the wolf puffed. So the wolf huffed, and the wolf puffed. But still nothing happened. It did not matter how many times he huffed or puffed, the house stood firm. Thought the wolf, if I cannot blow the house down, they will not let me inside. I must find. Shh. As quietly as possible, the wolf climbed up at the house. Shh. As quietly as possible, the wolf crept along the roof. Shh. As quietly as possible, the wolf slid down the chimney. Shh. Stand up on the spot where you are. Show me your wolfy ears, your wolfy eyes, your wolfy paws. You ready? As quietly as possible, the wolf climbed up the side of the house. Climb up the house with me. Shh. As quietly as possible, the wolf along the top of the roof. Creep along the top of the roof with me. Shh. As quietly as possible, the wolf slid down the chimney. Can you slide down the chimney with me? Now, as the wolf had gone up the side of the house, along the top of the roof, and was dropping down the chimney, the pigs inside had heard him. They had built a fire in the fireplace. So as the wolf came down the chimney, he went, "Oh, oh, 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 oh." What did he do? Can you do that with me? He went, "Oh, oh, 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 oh." The wolf shot out of the chimney, out into the enchanted forest, and was never seen by the three pigs ever again. You see, the wolf had burned his bottom in the fireplace, and it really hurt. He ran as quickly as he could to find water, water, and sat down in the river. The wolf was sitting in the river. He saw a little girl making her way through the forest wearing a blue riding hood. It wasn't Blue Riding Hood, sorry. Lots of stories at the moment. It was, of course, a Green Riding Hood. Not a Green Riding Hood? What colour was it then? Okay. Oh, that is it. It was a Yellow Riding Hood. Not a Yellow Riding Hood. All right, then what colour was it? Of course, it was Red Riding Hood. It was a bright spring day, and Red Riding Hood's mother had sent her into the forest with a basket of cakes for her grandmother. She had said, "Now, little Red Riding Hood, stick to the path, and whatever you do, don't talk to strangers." As she had skipped along, she'd met her father, the woodcutter, who had also said, "Little Red Riding Hood, stick to the path, and whatever you do, don't talk to strangers." Now, on the path, she met the big bad wolf, who said to her, "Why, Little Red Riding Hood, where are you going this bright spring day?" Now, is the wolf danger? Of course. So should Red Riding Hood speak to him? Of course not. But you weren't there to advise her, and she told the wolf about her mother and father's instructions, the basket of cakes, and her trip to Grandma's. When she'd finished, the wolf spoke again. Well, stick to the path, and whatever you do, don't talk to strangers. And with that, he melted away in the bushes. But now, Red Riding Hood is no longer skipping along the path. Red Riding Hood is running as fast as she can. Red Riding Hood's fast, but the wolf is in a cottage in the wood. Grandmama was very old and very sick in bed. Now, Grandmama's eyesight wasn't very good, so when there came a knock at the door, can you knock on the door with me, everybody? You ready? Boom! Grandmama did not realise that not her daughter, but the big bad wolf was standing there. She decided to ask some questions because there was something unusual about the figure in the doorway. She said, heads and shoulders, knees and toes. There's something different about your nose. What big eyes and ears and teeth you have. If you can do that with me, stand up on the spot where you are, ready to do heads and shoulders, knees and toes. There's something different about your nose. There's something different. What nose? What big eyes and ears? You ready? After three. 1, 2, 3. Heads and shoulders, knees and toes. There's something different about your nose. What big eyes and ears and teeth you have. Wolfie snarled. All the better to eat you with. Wolf was fast, but Grandmama was faster. She dived into the cupboard and locked the door. The wolf prowled back and forth across the living room, trying to get inside. When there came another knock at the door. You ready, everyone? Boom, boom, boom. As quickly as possible, the wolf leapt back into Grandmama's bed and put on Grandmama's nightcap. So as Red Riding Hood entered the cottage, she noticed something unusual about her grandmother and decided to ask some questions of her own. Are you ready, everyone, to do the questions with me? Stand up on the spot where you are, ready to do heads and shoulders, knees and toes. Here we go. After 3. 1, 2, 3. Heads and shoulders, knees and toes. There's something different about your nose. Eyes and ears and teeth you have. Wolfie snarled. All the better to eat you with. The wolf was fast, but Red Riding Hood, she was faster. She leapt into the cellar and locked the door. The wolf now prowled back and forth across the cottage. Grandmama in the wardrobe, Red Riding Hood in the cellar. Lunch followed by a snack. When suddenly there came a final knock at the door. Now, the wolf had not been expecting this knock at the door and threw himself back into bed. But in his haste, he picked up not the nightcap, but Red Riding Hood's Red Riding Hood. So as the woodcutter entered the cottage, carrying his sharp axe, he noticed something different about his mother and said, heads and shoulders, knees and toes. There's something different about your nose. Now I might be a simple bloke, but you're wearing my daughter's riding cloak. The woodcutter was fast, but The wolf was faster. Down came the axe with a thump. The wolf shot out of the open window, out into the enchanted forest, and was never seen by Red Riding Hood, the woodcutter, Grandmama, or the three pigs ever again. And when anyone would ask Red Riding Hood who's afraid of the big bad wolf, she would think of the wolf's tail that hung on the back of her father's woodcutting shed door and say to that person, "Not I." Give yourselves a big clap and a pat on the back. I hope you have enjoyed our story today. My name's John Kirk. You'll find me at john-kirk.co.uk on Facebook and on Twitter. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll find lots more stories to enjoy with your family. For now, bye-bye.